Welcome back, YouTube. One of the most common questions that I receive is, how many Dogecoin should I have right now? Now that Dogecoin has here to have settled in its consolidation range, how many coins should I have right now to see the maximum amount of potential? But first, I want to say that technically I cannot tell you what amount of coins you should have. That's a personal decision, but I'll give you my reasons for selecting the amount of coins that I believe is a good idea, and you can decide from there. Now, I've made a video on this in the past, but in this video, I'm going to go a little bit more in depth and give you some more reasons why. So I'm going to start with the fact that it doesn't matter if you're short term or if you're long term. When you come into contact with stocks or cryptos like Dogecoin that are in this price range, your coin count is going to be what's most important. That's going to be your multiplier. We're seeing a great example of this right now in the play between around the 16 cents to the 21 cents mark. And we see that that 21 cents mark is appearing to be like a very hard ceiling right now for Doge. And there's reasons for that. Ever since I started talking about Dogecoin, I mentioned that the window, the 50 to 80% correction window. And what we're seeing now is as you get closer to the 80, 85%, because sometimes they can overshoot of that window, you have strong buys, and that typically will push the stock up. Now, when you have the strong buys, when it comes down, you'll have a lot of people that were in higher, they'll average down, or people that will enter the position in general. When you have a crypto that's that cheap and you can get a lot of coin count, you can turn really huge profits with very little movement. And that's what we're seeing here. I mentioned that was a great buy to get in at around the 16 cents range. And let's say if everyone did that and then it bounces around to like the 20 to 21, that's going to be a 30% profit. And that turned that profit in about 72 hours. And we're even seeing like a 10 to 20% because it's bouncing between like 21, high 21s. It'll drop down to 18, buy back in, pump it back to 21, sell off, drop it back down to 18. And in this range, traders are making a killing. I know I've said it before, but Dogecoin is really a trader's dream. I know a lot of you are in AMC as well, and if you remember, it's something similar to the price action that you've seen between 55 and 60. You'll have a strong sell wall at 60, and you'll have a lot of buys at 55, and the traders are just going to play in between. You can't pull this off with like Bitcoin or Ethereum without having a lot of money. Putting 10 grand into Dogecoin over like the last few weeks as it's bouncing around between 16 to 21, you would have been turning at least $2,000 to $3,000 every 2 to 3 days that it makes this bounce. And a lot of people are saying that, oh, has it consolidated, or is this the range? No, this happens a lot when you have, particularly with penny stocks, you'll see that it will jump, like the lower it stays, that the more it'll be manipulated in the short term. Eventually they do break out, but in the short term, unless there's like a catalyst to kind of push it out of that range, you'll see that people will increase their coin count positions and they'll be able to take advantage of this volatility in this range. Now, in the beginning of the video, I mentioned that your coin count is going to be your multiplier, and that's short term or long term. Now, generally with penny stocks, I'd say around 10,000 shares, but something like Doge, I would definitely say around like 25 to 50,000. And that'll be a great multiplier, so that on every little cents move, you're getting a multiplier of 25,000 or 50,000. And this is what makes the crypto market so attractive, because you don't have those limitations that you would have in the stock market. You don't even have to worry about like a lot of the regulations that we're pretty much, I'm sure, that are coming now. But as of right now, you can get away with a lot of things and take advantage of them in the crypto market. I don't want to make it seem that coin count only matters in crypto, because I know a lot of you have other investment. Coin counts or your multiplier is going to matter in any of the investments that you do in the market, whether it's stock market and or crypto. Low crypto count hurts you and low share count hurts you. That's what I say when I believe that a lot of people are over diversifying in the crypto market. Like, it's similar to like if you bought high price stocks and you had like 2 shares of Amazon, 1 share of Google, and 2 of Tesla. Now your risk is going to be a lot lower, and you're going to be able to, you will see gains over the long term. But as far as for like life-changing gains or being able to increase your positions, it's very slim. People that are invested in lower cost stocks or cryptos, or just simply have more available shares, they're going to run circles around you when it comes to profit. Volume is where you make the money in the market. There's 2 parts to this. So it's not just about being in the right position or the right company, but also having enough shares that or crypto or coins that you can capitalize on this. Because yeah, you may see a 10% return, 20% return, or 30% return in a few days. But what does that mean for you in monetary value? How strong is your position? When you have 20 cryptos, or you have 2 Tesla, okay, it went up 10%. What does that mean for you? And for everyone that's going to say fundamentals and what about Bitcoin long term and all, listen, I believe that Bitcoin will see 6 figures one day. But when it comes to it really just depends as far as like on your financial position. You know, if you're balling like that and you can buy 1,000 Bitcoin or 20 Bitcoin and then wait for it to go up 20 grand, that's fine. But just think about, for example, in December, was it better to buy a share of Bitcoin at $18,000? You would have seen about a 300% profit this year. If you'd have put $18,000 in Dogecoin, you would probably be on the Forbes list. Dogecoin is very volatile, and the entire crypto market is as well. So it comes with, if you are looking to hold long term or short term, or even if you just say, okay, I'm tired of Dogecoin and I want to get out, you have the capability of averaging down, because all cryptos will have, even when they consolidate, they have that range that they bounce in between. So you can actually bring your average down and be able to exit in that range, or simply, trade it or hold it long term, whatever your play is. But when you have 25, 50,000 coins plus, you'll really be able to see the magic of having volume, and you'll be able to see your money compile in these different fluctuations that we're seeing, even if they're very small. Because I think a lot of the people that have invested in Dogecoin, I know a lot of them are new investors, so technically they probably have very low coin counts, and so therefore they're waiting on Doge to go to $1, or they're hoping it goes, to several dollars or some astronomical number. And meanwhile, the more experienced traders, they know that they're going to capitalize on the volatility. Even when it does go up to $1, they'll just be more money for them. But even in the meantime, they have so many shares that they actually don't even need it to go that high, because they're just capitalizing on the fact that it's so cheap. So even if it goes to 50 cents right now, they know they're going to more than double. Those are my reasons for having a high share count, or just typically at least having it in that 25 to 50 range. The crypto market will consolidate eventually. I do believe, I'm working on another video now for part 2 of my consolidation video for my top 4, top 5 cryptos. But until then, we're going to have a volatile market, especially when it comes to price range. And even with Dogecoin, again, we're pushing for it to become a currency. So we're not always going to see these swings. It'll reach a very stabilization point, and it's possible we may see something like a bridge between Ethereum and Dogecoin, or maybe even a Dogecoin 2.0. Again, that's just my 2 cents. By all means, do your own due diligence. I hope this video provided value for you. I'll have my link to all my social medias in my description section, as well as if you deposit $5 with Webull, you'll get 2 free stocks. Thank you, and until next time.